Hello everyone, welcome to iQuanta. Today we'll be discussing the roadmap to get a 20 plus score in the logical reasoning section of your CLAT exam. So as you know, logical reasoning is an important part of your CLAT exam, and if you are aiming to get a very high score, then it is very important that you ace the logical reasoning section as well. And moreover, if you are someone who doesn't like to memorize a lot or doesn't like to do the rote learning, logical reasoning is definitely for you because there is a passage you are given the questions as well. You just read the passage, grasp the information as much as you can, and then logically apply the gained information in the questions itself. So it doesn't require at all your memorization or rote learning, just pure logic only. So I have also developed a brief overview of the logical reasoning section in the next slide. So let's look at it. As you can see, there is around 20% weightage given to the logical reasoning section for your CLAT, and 20% is quite a lot. So if you are aiming to get a high score, you should definitely aim to ace the logical reasoning part, because getting high score in logical reasoning is relatively easier as compared to other sections because of the pure logic based questions which are asked in it. And you know that 22 to 26 questions are asked in your CLAT of logical reasoning, and plus 1 marks is given for a correct answer, and minus 0.25 is done for any incorrect answer. So you have to be very careful with the attempts you make, because of course there is a negative marking and it can negatively impact your overall score as well. I have also created some tricks and techniques from my experience as well, which will help you ace the logical reasoning section. So let's look at it. I have divided it into two parts. First one is for your initial 6 months of your preparation, and the other one will be of course post your 6 months. So in the initial 6 months, you should start with extensive reading. So you have your passages in your logical reasoning section. So it is very important that you're very comfortable with reading long articles and long passages, and it doesn't bore you as per se. So if you have not been an avid reader, start reading now. You should start by reading the editorials of your day-to-day magazines or your newspapers as well, like Indian Express, The Hindu, or even the Mint part. So editorials of those sections are very important. So you should start reading them. You can also choose any novel as well to get familiar with reading as well. So when you are familiar with reading long passages, you should start learning the critical reasoning concepts as well, because the questions in your CLAT exam will have critical reasoning based questions. You will be given a passage, then the questions will be critical reasoning based, and you have to answer it after applying the logics of critical reasoning. So it is very important that you understand how inferences are made, how conclusions are drawn, and what argument strengthens something and what argument weakens something, because almost 90% of the questions of your logical reasoning will be based on such applications only. So it is very important that you go through the critical reasoning lectures, master it, practice a lot of questions on it. So after completing the critical reasoning part, you should start practicing the altogether and passage and questions as well. Read the passage, apply the critical reasoning questions on the questions asked, and start practicing at least 2 to 3 passages each day for your initial 6 months, let's say, so that you are very familiar. You learn new tricks yourself only. While solving the questions, you will learn that okay, this type of questions applies this logic, and such questions require that logic as per se. So you will be very familiar with all of it, and you will be developing your own tricks as well. So after solving a lot of comprehension based questions, the next obvious step is to start solving the previous year questions, because as I often say, no source is a better source than the previous year questions, because you after solving previous year questions, you get a fair share of idea about how actual questions are asked in the exam, or what type of logic are the exam setters expecting from you. So if you're very familiar with the exam previous year question, you will get an idea. You will develop your own tricks even to solve a particular type of questions. You will develop a habit and a logic according to the particular set of questions, and that will be very beneficial for you, right? So after, when you are solving previous year questions, and you're practicing questions as well, it is very important to learn the option elimination technique. So in option elimination technique, you don't exactly arrive at the correct answer directly. You first start eliminating the wrong answers. So option elimination strategy is very useful if you want to increase your accuracy, because after applying option elimination strategy, you know how why a particular option will not be your correct answer. So eliminating that option does more than half of your job, and you don't exactly have to look for the correct answer, but look for the options which cannot be the answers. So when you are eliminating all of the wrong answers, you're left with one, and that will be your correct answer. So this will remove the redundancy and the confusion which many people have regarding options on which one to choose as the correct option. So don't exactly choose the correct option, eliminate the wrong one. That would help you increase your accuracy by a good margin, right? So that is all for the initial 6 months of your preparation. And now moving on to the last 6 months of your preparation before your CLAT exam, you have to start giving mocks. See, if you are thinking that you will give your CLAT exam directly before practicing mocks before, then you are bound for failure, I'm sorry to say, because in exam you have to handle the mental pressure which you have of acing that exam, manage the time pressure as well. And if you have not experienced the time pressure and mock solving, and if you have not experienced the time pressure before, then you are not gonna do much in the actual exam. And in the last 6 months, and if you are planning to crack the CLAT exam in your very first attempt, you have to give a lot amount of mocks, because mocks simulate the environment of your actual CLAT examination, and you get accustomed to the time pressure, mental pressure in the well simulated environment when you are giving mocks. So you wouldn't want to be the experiencing the mental pressure and the time pressure for the first time in the exam itself. You can work for it, you can overcome it while giving a lot amount of mocks. You should of course start slow, start giving by just one mock a week, then you can slowly increase the frequency of it, because the analysis part of a mock is more equally important as giving a mock. Analyze the exam after giving a mock, take 2 to 3 hours out and analyze the paper, understand everything, and identify your weak areas or your strength areas. And we know that humans have a tendency to get an ego boost by solving the questions which are they are already good at. So solving those questions would definitely boost your ego, but will definitely not boost your scores. So you have to identify your weak areas and solve questions based on them. Try solving more questions of a weak area, so that they do not, so that they no longer remain your weak areas and can turn into your strength areas as well. So practice more and more questions from your weak areas, make it your strong one, and then analyze your mocks very properly. See how much time you are giving to a particular question. Are you taking more time than the specified time it should have been? While reading the solutions, go through the faculty's video solution as well, understand the logic of understand their logic as well, and see if that matches yours when you were solving the question. If there is a mismatch, try to incorporate the faculty's way of thinking. Read the textual solution as well very carefully to see if you just didn't get a right answer by just by fluke. You have to be very logically sound and very aptitudely clear when you are solving a question, and you should have a proper reasoning for it, why you chose a particular option over the other ones. So as you are getting familiar with giving mocks, you can slowly increase the frequency of your mocks. As I mentioned that you can start with one mock a week, but later on you can take it to 2 or even 3 mocks a week, so that you are more and more accustomed to the actual CLAT environment, and you're able to handle all kinds of pressure which you will have on your exam day a bit better. So adopting all of the adopting all of the techniques which I have mentioned will definitely help you boost your logical reasoning scores, will help you increase your overall scores as well, and I hope you get your targeted NLUs. So try adopting all of the strategies, the initial 6 months one and the later 6 months one as well, so that you are able to understand the logical reasoning section very well, able to solve the questions pretty well, and hence are able to boost your logical reasoning scores as well as overall scores as well. And that would be all for today's session. I hope you learned a few things regarding the logical reasoning section of your CLAT exam. I hope you practice all of the techniques which I have mentioned and adopt it in your preparation strategies as well. And I'm pretty sure if you are able to do even the 80% of it, you will be able to score a very high score in your logical reasoning and hence the overall CLAT score as well. So thank you all for joining. I hope you all have a pretty good season for your preparation and all the best for your CLAT exam. Thank you.